I was married to an ex-NFL player,
Okay.
and he wasn't always up.
Gotcha.
So who was taking care of paying 3 rents?
Wow.
Baby girl. And they're like, "Oh, you got to marry an NFL player." Like, "Oh, you probably did it for." No. When he didn't have it, I got to work. I built a six-figure business.
Congratulations.
He was down. And it gave him, and he was like, "Okay, like this is my rider. Like we did this, and it was on me. He wasn't always available. He was at one point he was injured, and I'm out there hustling for the family. So one person is not always going to be up. That's one of the parts of it. The other person has to be your column. They have to be able to pick up their slack, right?
Yes.
Really know if this is my last time, but what I know is I'm feeling just fine. My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here. What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, but more importantly, you see the clip. This is why I don't like certain things on social media, because the older you get, the more common sense you have, the more you've been around the block, the more you kind of call bullshit. And this comes off as bullshit. I'm going to tell you what I'm saying. First and foremost, you were married to an ex-NFL player. Fine, cool. And you're not always up. Okay, fine, cool. And you might have to pay 3 rents. So you had to do something. Okay. Question number 1, who rent? See, that's what people don't say, because I know of those situations. And what happens is you have one person taking care of multiple people. And if you married, that one person is taking care of people on his side and taking care of people on her side. So just understand, those 3 rents might be 3 of her family members. Just for the record. Don't know the woman. I'm just saying, but I've seen this before. And then, he was down, he got injured. Yeah, that can happen if you play football. Here's the interesting thing, though. Once you make the team, if you get injured, you still get paid. So being injured means you're injured. That doesn't mean you're not getting money. You're still getting paid. So if you played in the first, think about it. Like this year, the Jets, they had Aaron Rodgers. He got hurt the first few minutes of the game. He got paid for the other 16 games. That game and the other 16 he missed. He got paid. So, he was down. No. That's not how that goes. The other thing, she started a business. You got to ask the question. That's nice. You started a business. You started a 6-figure business. Got to ask the question, though. Normally, if you start a business and you start a 6-figure business, where did you get the initial investment from? In those situations, normally the guy that wasn't always up. Where do you get all the contacts to help your business grow fast and make it a 6-figure business? Normally, the families of the other players. And maybe the ownership, or the staff. So 9 times out of 10, that business became successful as an offshoot of his occupation. This is why I say I call bullshit on this shit. Just for the record, all athletes should know this. How most athletes lose their money is when they retire, their wives divorce them. That's normally what happens. She's 10 toes down, and then he retired. Now he's at home, and I don't love you no more. I won't have, and some child support, which means she winds up with 60-70% of the money. That's how that happens. And then, let's just be honest. And then they walk around, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm boss, I'm super boss. And then they blow the fucking money. And the guy normally figures out a way to generate income again,
even he might work a job and have the rest of his savings. You know, people blow money, but a lot of those guys live a pretty decent life. So when you hear these stories, you need to take into consideration that they're not actually going to tell you that a lot of these people only tell you the side. They tell you the story in a half-truth way that has a lot of holes in it. But you're just listening and you don't think about it, because if somebody said the other side of the story, you go, you know what? That's not what you said. That's not what you said, man. You didn't say that part. And it's like, oh, I just wanted to look good. Like I saw a clip of a woman talking to her husband, and he was like, she said, I had to work and I had to walk to work. And the dude looked at her and stopped. He said, you live a block away from the job. That's why you walk to work. You don't act like you didn't have a car because you're broke. You had a car, but you walked to work because it's a block away from the house. Stop playing these fucking games. There was another clip of a young lady who was reading a caption. She was doing a short on a video, and she said, you know, basically, man breaks up with his woman because she wouldn't give him money. She wouldn't help him with his rent after he invested $20,000 into her. But guess what? She didn't read that part. She just read the part of a woman won't help a man with the rent. Now the whole shit is in big bold letters. So she stopped halfway because she didn't want to finish the rest, obviously because it's going to make her post look crazy. But everybody else who could see the damn post could read the thing that's standing up on the screen and like, bitch, why didn't you finish the sentence? Oh, you just wanted to make it look a certain way. This is what these things do. They give off this lie, this facade, and people just go with it. And the reason I'm saying this is because people go, oh, you know, just people like it looks so good and it's so special. And it's a lot of shit that happens. I mean, let me be honest with you. You know, in that lifestyle, women get cheated on. Women get passed around. And women also pimp themselves. So you got to figure out what's going on. And the issue is, a lot of y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm going to say it this way. Why do you think there's a lot of grown women on social media who've been fucking athletes and rappers for years, and they've had babies and been married, and now they're trying to fuck younger athletes and rappers? Think about that. And they were all supposed to be bosses, and so, you know, and had to get away from these toxic relationships. They like that sort of lifestyle. So they hop in and out. They try to hop out and back in at their convenience, and it don't work normally. So when these people are telling these stories, understand just how that whole process and system work, because it doesn't sound right. But I'm going to leave it at that. You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.